the Steele podcast. I'm just a snow bunny, your guide on this unfiltered journey through the realms of adult intimacy and relationships. Get ready for bold conversations, candid stories, and a dash of humour as we navigate the complexities of desire together. Embrace the sensual, the provocative, and the unexpected. This is a space where nothing is off limits and where we celebrate the diverse landscapes of human connection. Let's dive deep into the world of passion and pleasure.
Welcome back to the Steele podcast. I'm Johnny Steele, and I'm sitting here with just a snow bunny.
Hello, Johnny, you fine young thing.
That's right, I am young.
He's not.
I'm nearly 40.
We're both old.
We're like on our deathbed.
So today we are talking about oral sex.
We are.
We needed something, big and interesting after our amazing last podcast.
Let me remove my pants then.
Oh, Johnny. Oral sex today.
Yes.
We do actually have a guest on the show today, our friend Holly Hustle. We'll be talking to her a bit later. So that should be so much fun.
What up, girl?
I think maybe we just jump into some of my fan questions.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
They might not even be fans. They might be haters. So I should just say followers. There might
Follower
be some people just,
questions.
Yeah. All right.
Do you enjoy oral sex? Do you prefer receiving or giving?
Ooh, double-ended question. Do I enjoy oral sex?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I'm probably much more of a giver than a receiver.
Yeah.
And in saying that, I think it's more just that I've always had some, I guess, I wouldn't say issues, but I find receiving oral sex not as pleasurable as probably most people do.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of a mental thing. So
you're in your head and you're preventing yourself from enjoying it.
Yeah. So when I'm relaxed and all that, then yes, I do tend to enjoy it. But I've always been a giver.
Yeah.
I'm a giver, acts of service. So I prefer to give oral sex, which could be why I'm so good at it.
That's true.
Because I'm always like, no, step back. It's okay. I've got
the throat goat's in charge. Could you share some tips on how to give a good blowjob?
Yes. From my point of view, obviously. This isn't necessarily
What's your go-to?
For everybody. Well, my go-to is you want to make sure you're moving the mouth around a lot. You're using your tongue. So I will tend to have my tongue sort of elongated. I don't even know what the term is. So that it's covering the entire penis as I'm doing my thing. I make sure I, move the tongue around. I think I read once that the sort of the underside of the head is one of the more sensitive areas. So I make sure I give that plenty of attention. Obviously you can incorporate your hands.
Yep.
That's always good, particularly if you're working with a lot of length because, the mouth isn't always going to do the entire penis. I know most guys are like, no, it's just sensitive in the head, but I know the full feeling's probably a lot nicer.
Yep.
And, I will explore around the area as well. So don't just stick to the shaft and the head. And enjoy it. Get sloppy, sloppy toppy. That's what it is.
Give it to them.
Sounds, because the guys can feel that as well. So if you're enjoying it and you're expressing that vocally, they feel it too. So
everyone feels it.
And don't be a quitter,
So would you ever give multiple men a blowjob at once? If yes, how many would be ideal?
Another multi-level. I would be willing. So if we're talking about like a lineup of people, sort of, as opposed to, 3 dicks in my mouth.
Yeah.
I think the quantity for me, 2 is probably ideal. 3 pushing it.
Yep.
Just because it starts to lose the, intimacy or the, Yeah.
How are you going to concentrate?
Yeah, exactly. You're spreading yourself too thin.
Yeah, you can only give so much.
That's right.
Do you prefer to have the man ejaculate in your mouth or on your body? If on the body, where is your preference?
What is with these people's multi-layered questions? Like this is
I
can't even remember how it started.
do
So
you,
in my
okay.
mouth, was it?
Do you prefer to have the man ejaculate in your mouth or on your body?
I like on my body.
Yes.
And I like obviously my chest, like the titties.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind on my face to stay away from my eyes. We have had a couple of eye injuries in the past. Not naming any names. Johnny Steele.
Man down.
It's a pain that lasts. And I'm quite taken by the feeling of it on my pussy. So
yeah,
the drip.
you like it dripping on it. You just
Yeah.
don't want it dripping in it.
Well, it depends on who the person is. But yeah.
Ooh, shoot your shot.
Spicy.
Have you ever experienced a penis that was too thick to fit in your mouth?
No, but I don't think I have a big mouth, but I guess I've never had that issue.
Yeah.
I have had some quite fat cocks in the past.
Yep.
And it's probably a little bit harder to work the tongue when you got a full mouth, but
yep.
Like I said, quitters don't quit. I'm up
That's
for
right.
the challenge.
Get them. Do you enjoy the taste of a woman?
Couldn't actually answer that. I've never tried a woman other than myself, and I'm not averse to it. Yeah, so I obviously am attracted to women on a certain level.
Yeah,
I do get like girl crushes, but
that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Can you deep throat?
Yes, once again it depends on the headspace and the day. If I'm in the right zone, yes. If I'm kind of not feeling it, then it's going to be a lot harder for me. My throat's going to kind of constrict. It's like, it's yeah.
Mama has to breathe.
Mama has to breathe. I mean, they call me the throat goat for a reason,
They do. Do you just put the cock in your mouth, or do you give attention to the balls, etc.?
I just put it in my mouth and let it sit there like a slug. It's hot as, hey.
It's like a lollipop.
It's like a lollipop, but I don't even suck it. I just sit it there.
Melt.
No, obviously, I put a lot of effort in, so I will put a sneaky finger in your butt if you're into that. I will definitely massage your balls. So
Mama gets wild.
Mama gets wild, but if I'm going to do a job, I'm going to do it well.
What is a good hand to mouth ratio?
As in, like, how much of my mouth is covering the cock and how much of my hand?
I think that they're implying when you give oral sex, like, do
I give a bit of mouth, do a bit of hand?
Yeah,
how much time is spent
are you about 75% mouth, 25% hand?
I would say, in regards to, well, the actual act itself, definitely more mouth on the penis, but my hands are, doing other things at the same time. But yeah, I'll sometimes, if the jaw gets a bit sore, I'll take a quick break and let the hand do the work.
Nice. Detail your best blowjob story.
Best blowjob story. I don't know if I have a best.
One of your favorites.
Favorites. Anything in public.
Yep.
They're the ones that inspire me, ignite the passions within. So
nice.
I don't have any particular stories, but that would probably any of the ones where
public oral.
So I think we should have a chat to Holly.
Let's do this.
Yeah, just another female's perspective on the world of oral sex. So we're lucky enough to have a guest on the show today, my beautiful friend Holly Hustle. Welcome, Holly.
Hey, Jess. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. I do love to talk about all things sexual with my friends. Obviously, we are talking about oral sex today. That is our topic. And I guess I wanted to be able to discuss that with another female.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's great to be able to chat with Johnny on this, but to be able to chat with another female, I think puts a bit of a different spin on it. So, yeah, here we go. I'm just going to
I'm ready.
ask you a few questions and we'll go from there. So I guess a lot of people would probably be wondering how you ended up in our lives, Holly.
Okay, so I was dating Johnny for a period about 2 years ago. So we met through Tinder and then Snapchat.
Yep.
And then we started dating for a little short amount of time, and then we were just ended up being friends afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess for me, I think at the time I was quite pregnant.
Very pregnant.
Yeah. And Johnny and I had decided to try an open relationship. So I think you were the first person he really spoke to, and the first person he had a connection with, and obviously ultimately spent a bit of time with.
Yeah, lucky man. Lucky man.
Was it weird for you at all to be in that situation?
Not really. I suppose initially it wasn't, because it was just sort of meant to be a bit of a hookup situation. I don't think we anticipated actually sort of dating outside of just hooking up.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was weird. It was just a little bit nerve-wracking, given that we were dating, I suppose, meeting each other, that I wanted to make a good impression.
Mm-hmm.
However, I wouldn't say that it was. I'm a pretty confident person, so I wouldn't say that it was over. I was overly nervous about it, and I have been in a similar situation before as well,
which would obviously help. A lot of people would, or a lot of people do, react badly when they realise Johnny's in a relationship if they don't read his profile properly.
Yes.
They get that whole surprise.
I think that Johnny's up front with it. He's not trying to pretend like he's not married.
Yeah.
For me, I was cautious at the start, because you do have on occasion, the guys that will say they're in open marriages and aren't actually in open marriages.
Yeah, sneaky.
So Johnny did get like a few interrogation questions, like, does your wife know that you're in an open marriage?
Or is it just a one-sided open marriage?
But once we got to know each other, we all got along really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we became really good friends.
We did.
Yeah.
We
just from the jump, really.
We did. It was instant, I think. So you've been in our lives, like 2 years now.
A couple of years,
and would absolutely say that you are probably our bestest friend in the world. So it's strange how these things work out. Obviously, you and Johnny didn't continue that relationship. But I think what we've got now is actually better.
Absolutely.
And there's always options. You never know, a couple of drinks. So in regards to yourself, would you say you have a sexual preference? Would you say you're straight, bi-curious?
I've always sort of put myself in sort of a bi or pan category.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky enough not to have to. I don't have to answer to anyone about my sexuality. I don't get asked.
Yeah.
I don't get asked about my sexuality. Yeah. If I were to have, I don't have family that are like judgmental or anything like that, or homophobic. I just, whatever I do, I do.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I've always known that I was bisexual, but I gravitated more towards men.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, now I would say I'm more attracted to women.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've, but even with mine and Johnny's, when we were dating, it got to a point where I thought to myself, maybe I'm just hanging around. This is no shade on Johnny, but maybe I'm just hanging around because I love spending time with Jess.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Oh, look, and
And
that's
the family.
100% understandable. I think that's everybody. We love you, Johnny.
We do. No, but it's I'm not sure. I do date more men.
Yeah.
Because I find that easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I suppose I'm more attracted to a wider variety of women.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'm attracted to women, but not enough to sort of do anything with them.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that'll change. We'll see.
Who knows?
I just get girl crushes. I don't know.
Yeah.
So given that we're supposed to be discussing oral sex and we've completely gone off the path as we always tend to do you enjoy giving oral sex, male and female?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I'm a giver. It really at this age it really depends. I'm a bit more of a if I suspect that the other person is not into giving, I won't.
Yeah. Okay.
And it won't be my automatic thing that I do during sex either.
Yeah.
So like I'm not automatically going down to suck a dick straight up.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to. But I don't know. I like to feel out the situation and see what they're like sexually and what kind of if it's going to be a reciprocal relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? Absolutely. And would you say that you enjoy receiving oral sex?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I didn't really. Like, not that I didn't. I've always had really lovely partners, so there's not been a reason for me to not like it. It's just been probably my own insecurities when I was younger.
That's 100% me. You get in your head.
You start thinking, oh, what are they thinking?
Yes.
As I got older, though, I love it.
Yeah.
Like my current dude is, I would say, a pleasure dom.
Yeah.
So constant orgasms.
Aww.
Like it's just amazing. It's really nice to be comfortable receiving.
Yeah, then that's the big thing, isn't it?
And have someone want to give to you.
Yeah.
Like I would never ask, you know, I want someone to want to give it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, most people should feel that way.
Oh, yeah. But some people, there can be that, well, I'm always giving you a blowjob. Why aren't you giving me head?
Yeah.
And it's like, that is not, I mean, if that person wants head and they're not getting it, and they're giving, that's not a reciprocal relationship to me, and that would not work for me.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it. Some people are very happy just to give.
Yeah.
Or just to get, but that wouldn't work for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely more of a giver.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to give a blowjob.
Yeah.
But I've never been much good at receiving oral sex. So I'm learning. I'm currently coming to terms with, enjoying it and not being self-conscious. And it is a bit of a task. And I mean, I'm 43, so I should have my shit together by now. But alas, but it's a work in progress.
All the different stages in life.
That's right.
I've had, big periods of my life where I've been single. So. Like, and you've been in some
very long-term
monogamous relationships. So, it's one of those things I've been able to explore with different people and see where I'm comfortable and where I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
But everyone's on their own.
Yeah, that's right.
Journey.
Their own journey. Mine's just a little bit slow and delayed. Yeah, it's just me.
I mean, you're getting there.
Would you? Do you have like a best or worst like oral sex story? Just for a, nice little shebang at the end here.
Best or worst? I would not say I have. Like, if somebody's willing to give, I am very I'm happy for the effort.
Yes,
I'm happy that they want to, and I'm very confident in if something's not, not all of our bodies are the same.
Yeah.
You're going to like something that I'm not going to like, or the other way around. And when you're with a new partner, it's very important to tell them this works for me, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Not everyone can know everything.
Exactly.
So I'm very happy to be like, this is good, this is not good. Some people might not be confident to do that, but I think it's very much appreciated by the person when you do communicate.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And it works out better for you because then you get what you want.
That's right.
And they're happier that they can make you come because obviously they're down there for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's the goal.
And then I am can be quite a dominant character. So then if I feel like it's not working for me, I can just turn that around and sit on their face and get there myself.
Yeah.
I think the worst probably experiences would be like anyone with poor hygiene.
Oh.
Like at this point in my life, if someone doesn't shower regularly and brush their teeth.
Yeah.
And it's just like wash their ass. That's the bad experience.
Worst. Yeah. Worst,
at this point in my life, I actually do just ask people to shower before we get into it.
Yeah.
And I also shower before we get into it, so it's not.
I mean, I will always shower before any kind of interaction or even just before visiting people. Like, I just think it's common decency.
Yeah.
But that maybe that's
I didn't shower this morning. No.
And you know what? I haven't showered this morning either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just in general. You got to, at least put that effort in and have a little bit of personal, respect.
Especially if you're having, like, a marathon sesh.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to, even if you shower at the start, you're going to smell by the end.
Smell by the end, exactly.
Imagine not showering before the marathon sesh. Like, I'm very sensory.
Imagine not showering after it and just going on, like, give it a, maybe a couple of days later you shower. How good would you smell?
Just sit in that.
I smell like pussy and sex.
Yeah, so I would say the only bad oral experience that I could have is if someone had poor hygiene.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously if there was, not consent involved and not conversations, like if there was, obviously there needs to be consent about certain things that are going to happen.
Absolutely. Number one, safety first.
Absolutely. I've been very lucky that, everybody has been quite good with consent and asking about things like deep throating and
I know, nothing like someone grabbing the back of your head and just
Oh, I love it. Like I will vomit on a cock. I don't care.
Oh, Lord, woman.
Yeah, but like
I'm just thinking this is a whole new episode for next week.
We're gonna have to do this again because I got so many stories.
I believe it. Maybe. I know, right?
But yeah, as I said, nothing. Yeah. No, if somebody's willing to give, it's never going to be bad to me.
Experience.
I'm going to appreciate that they want to and they want to make me come. Yeah. And then if they are struggling with that, I will
work it out yourself.
Either help them along the way or work it out myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. This has been so much fun. Like we could literally talk for hours, but podcast probably. I'm just imagining the listeners.
Does anyone want to listen
hours
to us?
later? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Holly.
Thanks for having me, babe.
I'm sure we will have you on again in the future.
Thank you.
Because it has been a pleasure. It absolutely has. So, thank you once again, and we will talk again soon.
No worries, babe. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
Have you ever said yes to giving oral, but then changed your mind when you saw their penis?
Yes, I have. But
what did you say in that moment?
I still went ahead with it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's not like they were like smelly or anything like that. Probably more just underwhelming. And
you thought that there was going to be more?
Well, it's usually when guys are drunk and they just can't sort of get hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just know before my mouth even goes near it that this is just
a waste of time.
Yeah.
How many blowjobs have you given?
Ooh.
I think they're looking for like all together maybe in your life. I don't know.
I was actually, funnily enough, thinking about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Just because in general, thinking about this podcast, I was sort of thinking about my years of experience.
Yeah.
I think I worked out it was like 17 different guys.
Yeah.
Obviously multiple times.
Yeah.
On top of that. But I still feel like I'm probably missing some people because my old memory bank is a little
20-ish.
20-ish. Yeah, sounds good.
What is the longest cock you've ever sucked?
Ooh, it was probably 8 inches,
Yep.
8.5, maybe 9.
Yep.
I didn't pull the tape measure out. I didn't check, but
She wishes she had now.
yeah, I know. I'd have an accurate answer. It was 8.5.
653 points.
Yeah.
How often do you give oral sex?
Is this like a per week, or is this a when I'm like a ratio thing? So if I'm with somebody and I'm intimate with them, do I give oral sex every time? Generally, yes. Quite often how I start, because it's a great way to get someone's pants off and just sort of get them going.
She likes a big cock in her mouth.
Well, I like to get it hard. But if it was sort of like how many blowjobs am I giving a week? No, you'd be probably very disappointed in me.
Yeah. Guaranteed for others, me not so much. I think that's what she's saying, guys.
No, but I'm just saying as a general rule, we don't get a lot of time to.
No, definitely not. What do we got here? So pick one. Do you prefer to ride a man's face or lay on the bed and have him bury his face in between your thighs?
Oh, I'm lazy. I want to lay back.
Yeah.
Because
she ain't doing shit.
I ain't doing shit. No, I just I'm receiving. If I have to sit on their face, I'm kind of giving at that point.
Do you let people fuck your face?
Oh yes, the old grab the back of the head and slam it.
I think that's what they're implying here.
I don't really like it personally. It depends on the mood, how the mood,
the person, the situation.
Exactly, it's situational.
Yeah.
If I'm in the zone, yeah, sure. Like, let's get dirty.
Does she like it? Maybe not. Has she done it? Yes. Is she opposed to it? No.
I don't know. It's kind of a bit aggressive for my liking.
Yeah.
And I don't know, if you want me to vomit on your cock, then let's do this.
What is the most dicks you've sucked in one night?
Ooh, one night. That's very specific. Can it be day as well?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Over a
24-hour period, I'm assuming is what they mean.
Two. Yeah.
Yep.
Low figures. I mean, this is going back a while, and when cock number 2 found out that there'd been a cock number 1, he was not happy.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Speaking of, would you put 2 cocks in your mouth at the same time?
I'd definitely give it a try, yeah. I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd feel interesting. So, yes, definitely up for that.
She'll post a photo. This one is more... I feel like this is more of a statement.
Oh, no. Statements are never good.
I want to sniff your farts.
Oh, You know what? I know whether it's someone being serious or not. There's always one. I know that that is definitely a thing that people are into. I just don't think I'm the girl for you because, as Johnny would probably attest to, I'm on a whole other level when it comes to bodily gas. I make smells that nobody should be sniffing.
People have died.
People have died.
People have quit their jobs.
Oh my God. Okay. Quick, little sidetrack here. We rented a property once and we had a rental inspection, and I had just been to the toilet before the agent came over to inspect the property. We had a leak in the toilet, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just go in and take some photos." And I was like, "Please, for the love of God, do not go into that toilet."
Yeah.
And
he would have actually had to be down on his knees to get
to
these
get the
pictures.
photo of behind the toilet where the small drip was.
And he, the whole time I was just like, oh my God, the shame. And I was like, please think it was Johnny and not me.
And then 2 days later, we realized that he'd actually left that position and we had a new property manager.
And I was like, Johnny was like, yep.
And ever since then, I've reminded her of it and remind her how somebody quit their job because of her.
It was just a coincidence, I hope.
Was it? Back to where we were. I don't know if we can come back from that.
I don't know. We can come back from there. No redeeming me. I'm sorry, everybody.
You guys are
never.
You're never gonna look at her the same now. She's an animal. Do you swallow
food? Oh, all the time. Oh, that's right.
Doesn't she swallow?
Sorry, I know. I'm like a human garbage disposal.
Ice cream.
Yeah, no, I do. And once again, it just depends on the situation and the person.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do.
Is there any point that you wouldn't?
That I wouldn't swallow?
Yeah.
If I wasn't feeling well and I knew that it wasn't going to make me, it was going to be... it's hard to say, but obviously when you're giving oral sex, you do get some like pre-cum and stuff. And so you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to taste like.
Yeah.
And sometimes
so you know if it's going to be offensive or not.
And you kind of like, hey, don't you want to come on my titties? So
have you ever had any that were completely super offensive to where you were just like, no?
No, I haven't had any that were super offensive.
Yeah.
I think it's all pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think. Just trying to think. I know they say like eating pineapple makes it taste better. We've never tested that theory.
No, we haven't.
It does.
Eating pineapple makes you go into labor, though.
Yeah, that happened to me. Don't eat pineapple when you're like 9 and a bit months pregnant. Bad idea. No, so you can notice like changes in flavor to a certain extent, but no, it's all pretty much of a muchness. I've been pretty lucky, I guess.
Yeah. When giving, do you prefer the penis to be circumcised or uncircumcised?
Look, and it depends on the person as well. So if they're uncircumcised and they have really good hygiene,
right, then
there shouldn't be an issue. If they're uncircumcised and it's not like they've just recently had a shower, you might have hooked up at a party and it's been a few hours. Sometimes there can be a bit of like fluff and stuff.
Fluff and stuff.
So in that instance, I will generally use the hand a bit to get them hard to reveal the head and all its fluff and stuff. And see where we're working.
Peek a bit of fluff and stuff.
And sometimes uncircumcised can smell a little bit more. So I guess I prefer circumcised, but uncircumcised isn't going to stop me.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the same to you.
Yeah.
Nice. So that is all of our questions for this week. That was actually a lot.
That was a lot. You guys jumped on this one quite well.
Some of the topics, they're really on it.
Some of the questions we get or statements are...
there was a few as I was scrolling through. I decided not to read, and you guys will probably thank me later. I feel like at some point we may make another blooper reel of all of the completely ridiculous, off-the-wall stuff that is asked.
Yes.
But we're not going to put it on the podcast. We'll probably throw it on the YouTube channel or something, and you guys can get a good laugh.
The problem is I just start laughing, and that's the end of me. And it's nothing against... If this is a serious question, I get that. It's really hard for me.
Sometimes you guys just catch us in like at a certain point in the day, and we're just like,
it's been a day.
It's been a day, and then the question just sets us off, and we've lost it at that point.
Yeah, useless.
But very good questions.
So, can I ask you some questions, Johnny? Because this is all women's perspective, and I think we need a little bit of men's perspective.
All right, shoot.
Do you prefer to receive oral sex or to have like penetrative sex, like vaginal sex? Is there a preference?
You mean do I think that one feels better than the other? Yeah. I feel like a lot of people that I know personally would argue that they would rather get oral sex, but I'm not that person. To me, there's nothing like actual vaginal sex, like penetrative,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's some people out there who say that they can't get off from oral sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of one of those people. Like, it takes a lot. And it's not that they're not doing a great job.
I've got him off from oral sex before.
It's true.
Saying.
It's true. Shout out to the throat goat. But there's just, like I said, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Does that, I know, because from my point of view, or probably most females' point of view, men just seem to be obsessed with receiving blowjobs.
It's weird to me. I get it. Like, yes, they feel good, and I've had some women out there who left. Like, I was like, "Where's my dick?" after, because it was so good. Like, they just sucked it away. It was gone. But I wouldn't choose that. Yeah. But I know people that will go through like phases where that's all they want, and they won't hook up with women because that's all that they want. Like, it's such a weird mindset to me, but I understand. Obviously, everybody's into what they're into, and there's people who are like, oh man, Johnny Steele's into some weird shit. So like, it is what it is.
He's not. He's pretty vanilla.
That's the thing. People think that because we have an open relationship, we're into like wild, kinky stuff. We are the most like normal. Okay, I eat unseasoned chicken, and we do missionary.
He does.
Okay,
he does.
So
unseasoned chicken and plain rice. It's and look, we do all sorts of positions. Don't let them think we only have one.
No, I know, but and if you're comparing in this scene to some of the other people or some of our friends and stuff, like we're pretty mild. We're pretty mild, not so wild.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a t-shirt.
More mild,
not so
less
wild. Just want to shout out to everyone that's
thank you all.
And putting up with our bullshit.
We see you.
We see you.
We appreciate you.
You hear us and we see you.
We see you.
This is sounding creepy. We're at your window.
Well, we can be.
You just let us know.
Just don't call the police.
I feel like that was a pretty fun episode.
For sure.
I like just sort of shooting the breeze and answering these questions.
Plus, it's always good to have another guest on here to chat with. And Holly, it's always super comfortable to have any kind of chat with Holly.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like everybody we've chatted to recently, so easy to chat to. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's us, Johnny.
Maybe it is. Is it us?
Them. Yeah.
Drop a comment. Let us know who's cooler, Justice Snow Bunny or Johnny Steele. Put it in writing.
or our guests.
Or our guests. It's me. Put me. So it was a great episode.
So yeah, I guess until next time.
Yes.
You all keep being damn hot, sexy people.
Did you wanna shout out your?
Yeah, actually, I got my first gift today from a follower, which, what can I say? For someone to actually go out of their way to buy you something, is quite a humbling feeling. So, really, really lovely follower of mine by the name of Dylan.
Yes.
Actually sent me a. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's supposed to be a body massager, but we all know what I'm going to be doing with it.
Massaging her body.
Massaging my body. So that actually, that turned up today, and
pretty quickly,
I feel pretty privileged.
It's like overnighted.
I think that is just the sweetest.
Yeah.
And I just want to shout out to Dylan because he didn't have to do that at all.
Not at all.
And so thank you very much, Dylan.
You're the
Mama
real
really
MVP.
appreciates it. And
She'll let you know how it goes.
I'll let you know. I'm getting ready to test it after this. I'm quite excited. I got to massage my shoulder.
Her shoulder
my
hurts.
Shoulder, yeah,
Messed it up at work.
All right, I think on that note, peace out.
Mama's got things to do. Peace. Thanks for joining us on the Steele Rabbit Podcast, where we fearlessly delved into the intricate tapestries of adult intimacy and relationships. We hope our bold conversations have sparked curiosity, ignited passion, and perhaps even brought a smile to your face. Remember, in the realm of desire, nothing is off limits. Stay tuned for more unfiltered discussions, candid stories, and the exploration of the diverse landscapes of human connection. Until next time, keep the flames of passion burning and embrace the beauty of our own sensual journey. This is Johnny Steele, signing off from the Steele Rabbit Podcast.